Hey, babe. I made a mistake. And no, it's not getting a bad haircut, even though it doesn't really show that much. This has literally been the worst haircut of my entire life. And it was very expensive. Well, by Guatemalan standards, you know. Anyway, that's beside the point. I changed apartments, which is why the background is different. And this is the only way the lighting is decent, so I have to kind of stay parked against this wall, so I can't really show you around. But the new apartment is smaller than the other one, not quite as nice. And for some reason, water gets in. I think it rained last night, or at least I hope it rained, because there's water on the floor next to the door in my apartment, and I'm really hoping it's coming from outside and not from within, even though both of them suck. Anyway, so yeah, the apartment isn't nice. The location doesn't seem as nice either. And it's just everything about it seems worse. And now that I'm here for a month, I'm realizing, okay, maybe staying here for a month wasn't the best idea because I applied for that um, English teaching website and waiting to get accepted. There's a chance I might not get accepted because they require a teaching certificate or diploma, which I do not have. So I still tried applying on the off chance that I get it, just because I have a lot of other non-scholarly qualifications. So we'll see. And even if I get it, I'm realizing, you know what? I didn't need to stay in one place for a month just to set this up. I could have done this from anywhere, but now I'm kind of locked in for a month. The other thing is, the girl that I came here to see again, the one that I saw before I left, actually, you know what? No, I said I'd stop using, like, just describing them and instead using actual names. So Maggie, I came back to, spend some time with her, see if there's any future there, whatever could happen. Just also because it seemed like the right thing to do in the moment before I left. So I'm like, okay, let's just do it. And now it seems like it's going to be very difficult to see each other. I've been back almost a week, and we haven't been able to see each other yet. Although now I did change apartments and I'm closer to her, so that should make things easier. And yesterday she quit her job. But she still has school, and it seems like her schedule is very full. So there's a very high chance that we won't see each other very often. And in a way, that sucks, but in another way, it's like, hey, whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. I shouldn't try to control anything, so there has to be a reason why I'm here. By the way, as you may hear in the background, this place is way noisier than the last place, both outside and inside. Inside yesterday, like till 11:30. There's like the washer and dryer that's in the room right next to mine that just kept going and banging against the wall and making noise. And I'm just like, wow, everything about this apartment is worse than the other one. So hopefully there's a good reason why I'm here. On the upside, another girl that I've been chatting with for a while that I met on a dating site, I don't really expect much to come from that just because she speaks mostly Spanish, I speak mostly English. And I don't really know if we'll get along. And she has a kid, which, I mean, I have nothing against kid. I love kids, I love my niece. But it's just doesn't seem like the best match. So anyway, we'll see. We're probably going to see each other on Sunday, and then she's doing a hot air balloon thing on the 25th, so like a week and a half from now, I think. And that seems pretty cool. Even though it's not a full balloon ride, you're just like tied to a rope, and I think we go like 30 or 40 meters up, something like that. It still seems cool, and it's relatively cheap, so we might do that together. I'm looking into that. But yeah, it just seems like the reasons why I came here to stay for a month are kind of dissipating. So I did need to be here for the business. It seems like the quote unquote potential relationship may be way less of a relationship and way more of, oh, we'll see each other every once in a while. So maybe like I'm expecting maybe 4 or 5 times in the month that I'm here. Given how difficult it has been to not see each other so far, I'm expecting very little from this. And hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I don't know. And the third reason was to learn Spanish, but I mean, I can do that from absolutely anywhere. And I'm realizing that being in one place isn't necessarily good because I'm reverting to my old habits of, watching way too much TV because I don't really have anything to do. And in this city, there isn't much to do when it comes to touristy stuff or activities or things. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do some, but I'm here for a month. There's not enough for me to do like every single day. So yeah, I'm reverting back to my old habits of like watching a lot of TV, eating a lot because I'm at home and I have access to food and I have nothing to do. So I'm like, oh, why not eat? And even though it's fun and it's not like I'm fat or I'm going to gain weight or anything, it seems like maybe an unhealthy habit just because I think I'm reverting back to eating my emotions, and because I'm here and well, even though it's only been like a day, but I feel like I'm gonna get not necessarily lonely, but just kind of antsy and bored. So I feel like I'm gonna eat more because of that, and started watching porn a bit. Like not as an addiction or anything. It's more like whatever, something to do. But I'm like, okay, I'm noticing that I'm kind of reverting back to my old habits, and that is probably not a good thing. So yeah, just wanted to give you a quick update. Not quite sure what the plan is as of now. We'll see. Oh yeah, by the way, there was an earthquake yesterday. I went to sleep, and at some point in the middle of the night, I wake up and like things are shaking. And the thing is, the new apartment is really close to apparently a big road, and I keep hearing like big trucks passing by, and there may or may not be a train nearby. I don't know. I heard one last night, but couldn't tell if it was a huge truck or a train. So when I woke up in the middle of the night and things were shaking, I'm like, oh, okay, that is just a very, very big truck. So, it stopped shaking, so I go back to sleep. And then this morning I get messages from like two different people that are here. And they're like, oh, did you feel the earthquake? I'm like, oh, that's what it was. So I Google it and it ended up being like a 6.1 on the Richter scale. So not huge, but still pretty intense. Like things were shaking pretty well. And that's why I'm worried about the water. Because if it rained last night and it just got in, cool, whatever, who cares? But if it was because of the earthquake, like a pipe is leaking or something, that sucks. Because then that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to contact them. They're going to come in and have to fix it. And it's going to be a big pain in the butt. So anyway, it's pretty much the update. Oh yeah, also, I missed the mastermind this morning. Like I've been kind of unable to attend the last few weeks. And obviously that sucks. I really miss the people in there. But it's just like I'm not in the habit anymore, and I don't have an alarm to wake me up at the right time, so I just like completely forgot. I'm like, oh no, I missed another one. So yeah, one of the good things about being here for a month is I can kind of get back to my old habits of like doing the mastermind every evening, and oh yeah, I started a new challenge with Aaron. So we've been talking about doing a like podcast or YouTube channel or some sort of thing like that for a long time, pretty much a year, and we just haven't gotten around to doing it. And the other day, I was on Facebook and I seen an ad for OnlyFans. And the thing is, that's used mostly for like porn and adult industry people, and a few fitness people, but it's mostly porn. And like, okay, I don't want to do porn anymore. Like, I'm done with erotica and that stuff. Like, that chapter of my life is over. But for some reason, I feel the urge to create a profile, like create an account. So I did it, not knowing why. Then the day after, I'm chatting with Aaron, and I just mentioned that, and I'm like, ooh, this should be it. This should be our channel. Like our podcast or YouTube channel or whatever, but on OnlyFans, which is hilarious. So we're just talking about, okay, what we should do is create this show, like about like the most boring show possible, about absolutely nothing, just random boring stuff that we talk about, and the strategies to try to come up with tactics to, that sounds so dumb when I say it, but tactics to not create an audience. So basically we're trying to create an audience for our channel by using the absolute worst tactics and doing the opposite of what seems right. Simply because more, like time and time again, we come back to the conclusion that the way to succeed, the way to be happy, the way to be successful in business and personal and everything is to just do what the opposite of what seems right is. As an example, when I told that girl that, oh, did he used to be a man? It's like, that is the dumbest thing I could do. But we still went on a date, and now I'm back, and hopefully we'll see each other at some point. By the way, she was Maggie. So it's just funny, like the opposite, like more and more I do that, and I realize, okay, doing the opposite seems right. So we're like, okay, let's do this for a challenge, a 30-day challenge where we try to build an audience using the absolute worst tactics possible. So we started that 2 days ago, filmed 2 videos so far. Today is number 3. In fact, I have to hop on soon, so hopefully I won't babble on for too long. And ironically enough, we're doing it on OnlyFans. Oh yeah, it's so funny because the first video we filmed was on Valentine's Day. So we're like, okay, We're two guys. One of them is married, not me, like not that joke marriage, but Aaron's actually married. So anyway, two guys. One of them's married, making this show on a mostly used for porn site. And we started Valentine's Day. We're like, oh, this is perfect. And ironically enough, the application for the account, like they're very strict. They ask for like ID and proof of credit card and everything, just to like confirm everything. And then I just create like basic like, oh yeah, the name of the channel is Nothing Interesting. So anyway, I create like just a Nothing Interesting logo for the image and same for the background. And they're like, no, we need to know like, we need to see your actual face and we need to know what the channel is about. So I'm like, okay. So the account was denied. I'm like, this is the absolute worst possible way to build an audience or potentially business. And it's amazing. So anyway, I don't know what's gonna happen with all that, but we're gonna film video 3 today. And it's just really, oh yeah, that reminds me. Yesterday, like the whole point of the episodes, it's just to be like super boring and uninteresting and just like really random. But at some point I had a really cool idea, or Aaron, I don't know, I forget. It's kind of, when we talk, it's such a back and forth that at some point I forget like who came up with the idea because it just becomes both of ours. But anyway, we realized like, what if we, like for me, because I'm all about like living out loud and sharing the story and the experience and being authentic and not holding anything back. We're like, oh, it'd be so cool creating like a like Truman Show type thing in real life, where it's like, let's say for a year, I'm filmed 24/7. And it's like, it'd be kind of a reality show of sorts. And there would be like a camera crew filming me every minute of every day as I'm traveling and doing my things and growing and all this. And it's like, this could pretty much be the next level of, hey babe, like my YouTube channel. Like authentically, like just sharing like, hey, this is me 24/7, faults and all. Anyway, but the thing is like, okay, that's already a cool concept. Then we're like, what if we allow people to buy into this? So they watch, and instead of just watching me live my life, they can buy things for me to do. So as an example, like they make a bid. They're like, okay, I'm bidding $1,000 for you to go do this one specific thing. Now, if I pick that as an option, they pay me and I go do that. So it's a good way for me to generate income so I can keep traveling and paying for everything. And at the same time, whatever production company I end up partnering with that's going to take care of the filming and the broadcasting and everything, they take a cut of that. So I get paid, they get paid, everyone's happy, the audience gets to experience the adventure 24/7 whenever they want, and they can be part of it by making bids and paying me to do certain things. So it's like they get to decide what I do, but at the same time, I get to pick because I don't want to do like to be forced to do stupid things or ridiculous things or illegal things just because I'm like, well, I said that you can vote and whatever gets the most vote, I'm going to do that. It's like, well, no, I don't want to go kill myself just because they said it, or I don't want to, I don't know, have sex with a guy just because they said it, even though it's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I'm not gay. So to me, I wouldn't want to do that. So it's like, just that system seems so cool. I'm like, oh, I want to do this so bad. It seems like it would be such a cool idea. So I really don't know how that is going to come to pass exactly, but I'm sending the intention out there. So if anyone's watching this and has any connections in Hollywood or reality TV or Netflix or online or whatever, like I have no idea how this is going to come to pass, but it seems like such a cool thing. And in fact, like this could be an app. It could be like, hey, you can broadcast yourself 24/7 on here, and then people can bid and make offers and stuff like that. And it's like creating a whole app. So it's like mine is kind of like the experiment, showing people how it can work. And then if other people want to do the same thing and be content creators and entertainers and things like that, they're on there and they create their own channel and everything. It's like there's a lot of potential in this. So I don't exactly know what form this is going to take or when it's going to come to pass, but I absolutely love this idea and I really want to do it. I just don't know how or when, but I just want to share that with you. Okay, I realized there was way more to share than I thought, so I think this is about it. I think I have to hop on the call with Aaron soon to record our video for today. So I'm going to stop here. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna check back in later. There's probably gonna be less videos in the next few weeks just because I'm in one static location, so I'm probably gonna be doing less things, traveling less, so there's gonna be less for me to film and less for me to share. But I'm obviously gonna keep you updated about everything. So yeah, I think that's about it. Check back in later. Thanks for being here. Bye.